So all welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to explain you about this GitHub. So हम हर एक icon के बारे में बात करते हैं what it does represent. Okay, GitHub looks so confusing, right? So many buttons, strange words and all, and menus everywhere. So don't worry. In this video, I'll explain GitHub slowly, simply, clearly, like a 5-year-old. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what everything means. So first thing is, what is GitHub? Before clicking anything, let me tell you what GitHub actually is. GitHub is a website where we store our code online. Or just remember, the GitHub and Git both are the different. Git is like a software and GitHub is where we store the code. So this page, what you're seeing right now, is the GitHub page, home page. Like this is your main dashboard. Okay, now let me just scroll down. We'll learn from the bottom of this page. First thing is the recommendations. Here GitHub is suggesting tools like Visual Code and GitHub for desktop. So these are some extra tools. You can just download Visual Code. It will be okay, but the other one you can just skip it, or it's your wish. Next is GitHub docs section. So these cards are GitHub documentation. This is like a textbook or help guide. You can read it later. In this video I'll show things practically, so we can just skip this. I'll just show something like this, so you'll know what this is. So just click it here and you can just know what is that and all. So this is all about the GitHub documents. Now we'll get into the getting started. From here you can create your first project, and this is like a chat. This is a copilot. You can just ask questions to GitHub, and if you want to make your profile, you can select that. So complete your profile. This is where you add your photo and details. This is useful for applying for jobs. Okay, now let's go to the home section. So what is this repository? So repository is, this is actually the most important. Repository, it is just a folder. Inside the repository we have code files, readme files, images, nodes and all. So one repository is made for one project. Okay, one notebook for one subject. So similarly this is also that same thing. Now let's go to the home thing. So here, if you can ask anything, this box is an AI search. If you're confused about GitHub, you can ask questions here. You don't need this right now, we can just skip it, we can just learn it later on. Next is task button. This is like a to-do list. If you're planning work or anything, you can just use this. Next is a create issue. Issue means a problem or a request or a bug. If you have, you can just put it here. So this issues are mostly used when many people work together. For solos, I don't think that will be a major thing. Next is a write code button. This option lets you create or edit code. This option lets you create or edit code directly in the browser. For small changes, this is helpful. For big projects, people actually use a code editor. Next, this is Git. This is actually advanced thing. Now pull request, this is very important. Pull request means asking permission to add your changes. Okay, imagine you edit someone else's project. Now you ask the owner, please check my changes and add them. So this request is called as a pull request. Now why this is needed is because code should be reviewed before adding it. Now let's go to this left menu. This home will bring you back to the main dashboard. Next thing is issues. This shows all problems and requests. Now next one is pull request, the same thing that I have told you. Repositories and projects both are a little different thing. Repositories is where your projects are live. So here repository and projects are not same. So repository stores the code, it has files and all, but projects doesn't store the code, it only has the planning work. Projects are like a to-do list. Like notebook is like a repository and project is like a timetable. So repository stores the code and projects track that work. Next is a discussion forum. This people ask questions and talk about ideas in this discussion section. Next is code spaces. Code spaces is like GitHub gives you like a cloud computer or a online computer. So some laptops are slow, some people don't want to install softwares and also they use this code spaces. Next, this is an AI. Next, explore is where you can see other people's project. Also you can learn by looking at this real codes and all. So let me go back to the home page. This is your home page. So now what is marketplace? This is like an app store. Here you have different tools just to explore. You can add this extra tools to your GitHub. I think you don't need this right now. Let me go. Okay, so first option is the owner. Owner means who owns this repository. Right now my username is selected here, that means this project will belong to my account. If you're working in company, you can see the multiple options and you can just select it that, but for now I am keeping this. And next one is the repository name, the name of my project folder. Just remember these things, that it should be simple, it should, you you should use the lowercase, and instead of spaces you can just use the hyphens. So my project name is like SQL, I'm using a hyphen here, job analysis, and yes, it's available. So SQL job analysis is available here. So this name becomes part of project link. So you have to choose the project name that is meaningful. Okay, just remember this. Now next thing is the description. Now we have a description. This is a short description of what the project is about. Like my project is this project example. Okay, now let's go to the next thing, that is configuration. You have visibility here, so actually prefer this to keep public, but if you can also choose private. In private, you can use it, and this can be useful for personal works and secret projects. And if you'll keep it for public, anyone on the internet can see it, and it's best for the learning purpose, practice, and if you're applying for jobs also, that will be very a better option, I would say. So I'll choose public only. Next thing is readme. This readme is the first page of your project, like it explains what this project is, how to use that project, what is inside it. So think readme like the first page of your notebook. So I strongly recommend you to turn this on every time you make the repository. Okay, so let's keep this no git ignore only. So this tells github that which files should not be uploaded, like some files will be like temporary files, system files. So this tells that github you should not use that files, so we don't need this as much. Next is license. I mostly prefer to keep it as a no license thing. So if you keep a license, so here a license tells that others can they use your code, can they copy it, can they modify it. So it depends on you, as this is an open source project. So I mostly prefer as a no license. Okay, so once we click here, it creates a repository. So yeah, it had created my repository, and in the next video we're gonna learn about it, all these things, actions, projects, wiki, and all these things, and what is branch, what is tags, and what does this section do, 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 everything we're gonna learn in next video. Do follow and subscribe.